What's up guys, Matt the Riff Master here. I hope you're all doing awesome today. So guys, today we're going to be discussing the topic of amp simulators and my thoughts on amp simulators and why I don't use them. So a lot of questions I've been asked before is if I use amp simulators and the answer is no. And I've never really discussed it much, so we're going to do that today. My thoughts on amp simulators. Simulators? An amp simulator. Amp simulators. So guys, amp simulators, we all know what they are. A lot of us use them. Here's the lowdown of why I do not like using them and why I don't really like them in general. Okay, so as a lot of you probably know or should know, and if you don't know, you're gonna know now, is all my recordings I do, whether it's a cover, whether it's an original masterpiece, or anything like that, I record using my Blackstar amps, 100-watt heads, 4x12 cabinets, Shure SM57, into my Focusrite Scarlett Solo 2nd generation USB interface into GarageBand. That's my rig. That is it. And the reason I choose to record with an amplifier, a real amplifier, is because it just feels real. Okay? When I'm recording, not only do I hear pure chug and mayhem, I can feel it as well. I can feel the floor rumbling. I can feel everything moving. And to me, that makes me feel good. It makes it feel real because it is real. Because you're recording straight from the cabinet into your interface and into your recording DAW. And it's just real. Whereas when it comes to amp simulators, to me personally, it's just not a real guitar sound. Now, okay, I totally understand if, for example, you live in a flat or an apartment, you got people above, below, to the left, to the right, you can't really crank up an amp and a 4x12 mic it up because, well, everyone will hate you. That's totally understandable. I get it, okay? But I just think and I feel that more guitar players need to start recording using a real amp because it sounds real. Whereas with an amp simulator, you can hear it. Now, some of them do sound good. Hands up to that. Some of them do sound good. I'll give you a link at the end of the video to my good friend Chaos, where he made a video about an amp simulator he was trying out. And it sounded cool. It did sound good. But it just doesn't feel real, and sometimes it doesn't sound real. Sometimes you'll just know that don't sound real. And like I said, you can't feel it rumble. You can't feel it just surround you with pure rumble chugness. And that's what I love. That's why I love recording with a real amplifier. And another thing about amp sims that really does tick me off is you see a lot of these videos online, these people using amp simulators. No hate. I just want to get that out now. No hate. That's your thing. That's cool. These amp simulators that have the Metallica album tones, from Kill 'Em All to the Black Album, the simulated guitar tones from these iconic albums. Yeah, Metallica had some great guitar tones through the years, but what that sound is a quad-tracked, mixed, processed, EQ'd, finalized bunch of chug. It's not a real guitar tone. It's just not real. If you want a real guitar tone that's quad-tracked, mixed, finalized, processed, get an amp, get a microphone and hook up and record it properly the real way with real sound and real feel. Because it's great when you can hear it sounding good, but when you can feel it too, you know it's there and you know it's loud. And for me, that's just what I love about recording. And I definitely think a lot more guitar players and people that record, if they're able to do it, they should absolutely go and do it. So now let's talk about silent recording. Okay, amp sims can be great for that because 3 in the morning, inspiration strikes, you've got a riff, you need to record it. You can't really mic up a 100-watt amp head and a 4x12 cabinet and just fucking crank it and riff out at 3 in the morning. If you live in the middle of nowhere, that's cool, that would be great. But generally, you can't because people will just hate you forever, okay? And that's cool. But I mean, for example, Blackstar amps. You guys know I use Blackstar religiously. And the cool thing about them is they've got the emulated output, which sounds great. So for all your silent recording needs, you've got it. But you've also got a great real amplifier to record some kick-ass chug with during the day. So it's the best of both worlds and they both sound good. But for me guys, personally, I don't use amp sims just because they don't feel real. Like I said, I love to feel it. I love to feel it as well as hear it. And I like to see it as well. I love looking over my shoulder and seeing, you know, a big 100-watt monster head by Blackstar and a 412 cabinet just producing sheer chug and power. To me, it just covers all the senses. It sounds great, it looks great, it feels great, it probably even tastes great. Not tried that one yet, but I'm sure it covers all of them. So guys, my advice would be, if you are a guitar player who records using amp simulators, give it a go, miking up, man. Go get yourself an amplifier, preferably Blackstar, a Shure SM57 microphone, they're absolutely amazing, USB interface, all that cool stuff. And just try recording some real guitar tone and make it chug and make it sound good. So yeah, just to sum it up, I just don't think amp sims are really for me. It just doesn't, like I said, it doesn't feel real. It doesn't, a lot of them, like I said, do sound good, but for me, it's not my thing. So to answer all your questions, people that have asked if I use amp sims or have I used this, that, the answer is no. I probably never will. No, just because doesn't feel real to me, and if it doesn't feel real, I'm not going to be inspired, whereas I get inspired by a big old fucking half stack of Blackstar. That inspires me to play and to write. I just have to look at a half stack of Blackstar and I'm ready to start writing riffs, whereas looking at a thing like an amp head on a computer screen, it's kind of a bit like, meh, whatever. So guys, down below in the comments, let me know your thoughts on amp sims. There is no hate in this video. If you use amp sims, that's your thing. That's the only way that you can record. That's fine. That's cool. There is nothing wrong with it. This is just what I feel, and I personally prefer to chug out with a real amp. So maybe in the future, if you do record, give it a go. Get yourself an amp, a microphone, get set up, mic up, and you'll be surprised at just how awesome it can sound. Fiddle around with the mic placements and everything. It's a lot of fun. The process is a lot of fun as well as the actual recording. So give it a go in the future, and let me know as well what amp sims you use. If you, like me, don't like them, let us know. And of course, more importantly, if you're new, subscribe. Okay? Hit that red subscribe button and you can come and join the best family on YouTube, the greatest, the strongest family on YouTube. And come and hang out, have a good time, and discuss all kinds of funky topics and rock out and make some noise. So guys, thanks again, and as always, rock out, be awesome, and I'll see you very soon. See ya!